Bem-vindo a Dadalia ho Aldo ho Nadia podcast. Podcast ini lebih halus si joven timor wa joven timor. Ia podcast ni amisi Dadalia kona-ba topiko oin, hanesan buat balo yang di moris, buat senema mi gosta, topiko senema mi interesse bot, o topiko kona-ba situação nebe aconteci itanelet, nebe nuda joven timor te precisa tene. Ami agora kami ni podcast saya nessa fati nebe ambele expressam ni ang no faham ni experiência balo. No nemos, a minha cara usa a oportunidade de atau muito com imi a minha listener sira, atau cria plataforma nebe haburas litan joven timor criatividade. Hoi dane, a mi convida imi a tomar Dadalia ho ami.
No idanemak Dadalia ho Aldo no Nadia podcast.
I episódio ohin loronnya, a minha rua se colhe quando vai filme, show ou dokumentariu se nebe kontribui ba a minha rua ni personalidade ou kontribui ba a minha agora ne. Cinematic works balo na may amereu si ki kate agora, ami se discuti episódio ohin loronnya. A minha rua se usa malum pergunta se nebe am prepara-te ona. So get ready colega sira.
No antes colega sira na podcast ne, ami masakar hato hala trigger warning ba colega sira nebe mak sente la confortável ho influensia nebe relata ho abuso seksual, bullying, anxiety and all that. So please, listeners' discretion is advised. Enjoy. Hello everybody! This is the second episode, you guys. Yeah. This is so wild. Kalau saya memang film Narnia episode episode kedua nih, kita lo cek amnya episode pertama nih memang post di sana. How narang Aldo Vandali, aka Aldo.
How narang Nadia Ribeiro.
And we are the owner and the host, the creator.
Yes.
This is our podcast. Tapi kalau memang kami seperti orang nih, very much Nadia.
Yeah, true. Say one good thing, but dia kira no buat atin na gaya acontece semana dan lara.
One good thing that happened this week is that I'm going to the gym after taking break for 5 days.
Nice.
So how na kolega ide hene, I'm nanrua halo plano during summer larang since I'm nanrua laba fating ida because we broke as fuck. So nanrua halo plano ba gym setiap hari jam 8 darsang. I think that's a good thing. The worst thing is that just today, this morning, we're supposed to go to the gym, right? Hana kolega ma hanuma atu may tulahao. No hatoba dukur tia, han telefone mas mate. Nebe hatoba dukur halat tau tang alarma, hatoba to jam 10 nya bate. Nebe ate jam ho darsang jam kila si gym, nyema hanuma ya dero anar matang like ana sema ni. Ana kolega hau jam 8 hau dero preparo tia lokor matang se. Having video si gym. Huh?
Oh, yeah. No.
Pretty boring. My day today is pretty boring. But I work on a podcast, so that's something that I do. So how about you?
So bad thing, every month how you go la to le livro para kala.
Yeah.
Pula na ne, how foi le livro rua. Livro da agora da how le ne. It's been like 5 days already. Hani tempo bara close, mas how la le. That's a little bit disappointing. Tam how tene pasti se science pulang ko to how le libro tolu hard gare. So like hopefully change. But good thing, I'm excited because hanya brother ni Tina basic ona. Ami Tina tutur malu ngara. Pulang ko to kanaling na mane kick ne. Agora pulang na ne kanaling da mane Clara. Pulang oin hane pai and then pulang oin pan mo how nian like tutur malu. So he wants to get pizza for it like as a cake. So I'm like, okay, I get to eat pizza again. So I guess that was a good thing. Actually, I'm just trying to selfish. Like how kind of plano, Augustus a plano. It's just for my own benefit, to be honest. Self-satisfaction.
For to have pizza, fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah.
Let's dive into the question.
Okay, so this one's so easy. Only filme favorito.
Yeah, I know it's very easy, but it's hard to answer because I have a lot of like favorite movie. My favorite movie, it's a series. It's called Naruto.
Oh,
everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Naruto, how do you Naruto like shows primeiro nebe mak how nonton, when hira how se kelas 5 SD, aparece tinansia. Shows primeiro nebe how nonton, how comprende di dia, don't know detalhes ni historia ne. I feel like my 10-year-old self would be so proud the fact that I can pull this story like very well. How senti sa tamba sama hagosla si Naruto ne tamba the character development. Kulia kona-ba husi niya sige kwanto niya bot então o hatene karakter ser ni historia niya oinsá. No, o se la comprende when hero nonton net setengah. Like o tengi nonton to hotu. Atau comprende dia ser historia. Na karakter sana hi história passado ket-ketak nebe mal hanesan. No mostly ser história nebe maka começo husi passado nebe manakukung to futuro nebe na romance. I like the plot story and Naruto shows nebe mal as didika balar gikuang. Well, it might be falar kikuan tambah how kikuan wahira nonton. Like also compreendo wahira na maksudnya nelas didica labra kikuan wahira nonton no compreendo like the plot story ne. It's for adult, like basically. No, Naruto like hanoring how but bara kona ba moris duke hana profesor sira hanoring how SMP ne. Kona ba moris kona ba tante kona ba familia, relação sira colega ou namorado. But the most important for of this show is that the friendship. How asa resonates maka'as so story kona ba friendship ni be mag Naruto sira iha ne.
That
How
makes
about
sense.
you? Like, what's your favorite movie?
Just like you, how knowing Baraglos, like I don't understand Emma you have favorite one thing. How like your favorite one thing? Music was how goes the music barak. Filme was how goes the film barak. Because how like your one favorite thing. Like,
Totally agree. I totally
I
agree.
don't understand Emma Bell either that man. But what two things, like I think two movies came into my mind. But the first one, Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, directed by Andrew Adamson. But yeah, it's so many stories actually. You can say 2006, but di sa 2005, mas hanong tayo 2006, I think. The reason niya ininelos may hawle, first it's like a fantasy story, the fiction fantasy na gusto lot. But one of the main reasons, like pas mento ita 2006, sita sa boto sita neray. Like I remember crying every night, emalao hobe, tudi bakumalong, bototo ya ita nilete, it's so dangerous, tuda uma, sunu susang, like ita kikwang ita ni mentalist, sida bele akapta buat sa didiak, and then buat sa na kontesi like halo ita traumatized gala.
Yeah.
So when I nonton Nani primero, I was like, I want that. I wish that. Like how husu per bote sai teves because Lucy ko tama ba wardrobe and then ya sai Buffalo Narnia. I want that. I want to escape my reality. And also it's not just because how orang ya aga like loner, like mostly how you I like to stay at home. It sounds so sad, but like Nadia was like like maybe I realized like I want to get out, like and story ka magical, so many things like acontece stories. So that's how like importante los bahaw. But also another reason, tamba acting. How si Kikuang, how gusta perform tana. Even how si Kikuang like hanipay na naman, you foka how canta every Christmas. Natal Nadia put up on a show. So like Nadia obriga de hanalin perform hanipay. How the show was like how gusta perform, but how tenisito sound of it. Timor ke maladung appreciate art. Which emanabe how kuliah emanabe okara both sides the actress emanabe say actress. You know that kind of thing. But for Nonton Narnia, they made me realize how can I say actress, especially like Georgie Henley, Idaliman Lucine, or Scanner Kennis, Edmund. So young, consider acting in Narnia. They are my inspiration. So every time it was the same on acting inspiration, how did Narnia? Narnia.
That's pretty cool. That's such a cool story. Well, pergunta segundo, história ida nebe include filme or show or documentary. Finalize nebe o hare nebe o meeting los ihaw ni ulong. No tamasa.
Okay, how analysis ami on like goal at the nonton filme phone sa especially animated filming. Nebe am siya pernah nonton. So, fulang goto kami nonton filme na nara The Willoughby. Filme ka saya 2020, saya tinang foto me. Filme it's so weird, but how what they meeting hanulong to agora. So basically, the Willoughbys is like labarik sana sira na half. Maybe sininawa la ko sibuk sira na. Inaman sa la siya piawanda. So like sila po labarik sana. Anta labarik sana loron na plano niya halu ka sininawa badokti per sila orphan. Maselo pa hare pa sila so they could like do whatever they want. But it's so deep. Like the meaning was so deep. What the meeting was tamza. It's like stories like familia hetang malong and it makes me think like what through. For example, inaman sila siya say inaman kita sama sa nena. Kawara inaman barak is siya. Maybe sila po responsibilidade. Sirare sa noa. And then also, story may found family. So, tamalabas ito yung sila hetang sinibibisita mahakiyak pag sila. Science sa sinina. Halo, kita rin sa riyang familia na lapis sila familia rang matuhadomyo. You know, it doesn't matter. Eman sila nebe o diak malo o kuhan sa relasyon diak na dala rumah hadomilyo duke onya familia rang rasik. So I feel like Emma tayo sa nontong. The Willoughbys.
And about me, hanon to filmated narang Palmer 2021 movie release ya April. Kuliah ko na putama kita narang Eddie Palmer. Nebe fila ba niya hometown? Depois sa sa prisão. No, niya moris nebe maka dificuldade los. Moris terus depois niya mane mas salah satunya familia nebe menyiha. No, wahira niya mate, niya moris mesak, no hiya labar kira nebe maka antes ne hello niya ma. Tamba labar niya ma asline, halai sistema tama niya ma is the addict, to labar niya ting hello ferik ne. No wahira ferik ne mate. Eddie Palmer ended up taking care of this kid. But yung problema mak, this kid is an outcast kid. An outcast person is like Emma nebe maka hetante na rezeita husi sociedade tamba la fit in ho sociedade niya norma nebe maka iha. He is is a gender non-conforming kid. Significa que moris o sexo mane, may be niya halok nila tuir sara mag sociedade se expecta. Like mane tulosa tinggi macho, masculine and all that. But like labare ke mane be niya jeito nisang faleho feto sira. So it's a weird relationship. Ema nebe mag feng sa pinzara, tapos niya macho lalima. Hasuru ho, labare ke nebe mag an outcast kid like this. It doesn't match, you know, you're so taboo, you know. So when hira edi palmer ne halo relação ho labar que mura ni moris drastically ho perspectiva nebe mak edi palmer ia kona-ba labar que moris oinsá. So heartfelt and so touching when you watch this movie. And it's actually a fictional story. It's not a real story. May be ni historia ne say oh hareho moris tempo agora ne like it's very real. What na acontece ia nebede. Ema sira nebe maka foi sa pinjara. They have a bittersweet experience. Tama ita hare ema sira sa criminoso galay. So atu heta second chance at hetang opportunity ng service file ni aras kala limar. Ye filme ne edi pamela sa like hatuli ko na ba niya moris oinsá isang criminoso nebe foi sa pinjara niya moris oinsá. No, sa labalik nebe as outcast kid ne niya experience oinsá. Hagoslos tama yan philosophy nebe man hatitikata. Ya bahasa Indonesia karena seberapa buruknya orang itu dia pasti ada buat nebe mak dia kenya larang. But you know, it's vice versa. Seberapa baiknya emane, niya pasti ya buat art niya larang. And it just like reminds me of like how there's a lot of outcast ke timor, timor. No tama yi tesujari niya close minded tebes ema ladun preocupo ema labarik sirne no ema tweet sira differente los no halos sira art los. It's really cool movie. I like it.
It's also like interesting that sineruane outcast hotu like ema kono foi sa penjara ne ema ni Hanoi mo ne langsung ya pasti misalnya dia tahu tentang buat apa. Like you know like ema tahu kan. I need to check that movie out.
You need to check that movie. It's so good. Anyways, what's the next question?
Yeah. Okay, personagem ficcional nebe o sente relaciona ho oni an quando se ki no ho oda agora ne. And then tamasa.
I know it sounds like very boring, but I answer again Naruto. Tamba, sintiasa Naruto ya personalidade baru nebe maka I feel like I strongly have it in myself. He's a very simple-minded person and cheerful. I'm a cheerful person. Niya ulung falo tos lah. That is very me. And he is very vocal on what he believes. Niya sempre halo joke no prank pa niya kolega sira. Idanemos tamba niya buka atenção tamba. You know Naruto niya uangkia. Niya lahir familia no lahir kolega mengira niya buat mais. But turn out niya kolega sira bully falinya. So siya dari harinya sa like a weird kid. Niya ema dia niya monster tama niya kepelakang nebe maka lahanesong ema serseluk. So he's an outcast kid. Maybe buat nebe maka how resonate los ho Naruto mak niya personalidade nebe mak never give up. Niya nunca menyerah ho niya nebe makia. Niya kar saya Hokage, basically saya presidente. No, it reminds me of me when I was younger. Oh, nonton Naruto menghira SD kelas 5. Menghira SD kelas 5, kelas 6, to SMP kelas 1, kelas 2. I experienced bully a lot from people. Wow, sa kikuan tinansiya mabi ako começam desenvolver hanuin kutag like tama-sama kao be diferente like tama-sama ema treat how lahanes ho ema sir pero tama-sama kolega sira bully hano wa hero sa kikuan ola ten tama-sama ema sana halawas na it's so confused. No when nonton Naruto kana remind me like oh my god, I have Naruto. Naruto must be an outcast kid. Naruto must ema bully niya mabi niya menyerah tu atin sinemehe. So like how relate so niya tama ho niya story pasar na ka ema bully niya. Bem niya mo sa personalidade niya bem kakaragbutikan bem kata mas sinabi hanuin niya at hanusalit na bem niya sempre la menyeraho niya mehisir ne. And I felt that in a spiritual level because after I've been through those bully how sintas how atinja na mehisir even though I still have a lot of dreams that I still need to achieve and I'm a very determined person. How karag batruma hat nigiheta and it's also very Naruto. But Naruto is not my favorite character in the series. My favorite character is actually Minato, Nyapa, and Obito. Newan hira si Kwang. Agora board, I would say still Naruto. Like, how about you?
So, but how character how relaciona? I think I must say be a little bit surprised is Edmund Pevensey, Narnia.
Oh,
the
why?
traitor. I will explain why. Ito kiko na to filme people said that o character sila dia o la vele gosta me dia. Everyone loves Peter. Susan and Mabarla don't gosta but Lucy. But Edmund was my favorite and just because he is real. He's not perfect. Granted, he's gonna make mistakes. I'm a kid. I make mistakes. I would sell my siblings for candy. I would do that if they annoy me. But ito si Kikuan we do stupid stuff like how si Kikuan Edmund like how relate niya on so many levels. How always fight with my sibling. How Kiwi we fight a lot. Being the oldest, like I sometimes annoy like how annoyed Kiwi. And then tamahama both, inte how expected to be understanding tamahanaling ki o being gamang both, o matay sa compreno naling sira, o matay sa rela bututu. So ola comprende both sa may tango si kikuang, labela expect kita na sa lawari. And then there you go, Edmund ba, he cited trader ba niya, sira, niya aling ho ni Mount sira. I was like, why would he do that? Like, but then I'll think about it, like he's angry, nila bari kikuang. But at the end of the day, Edmund is the only one who has like character development in maka'as. Yeah, went from being the traitor to the best person ever. The only one really. Nebe fear Lucy even to the second movie, even to the third movie.
Yeah.
Nima supporta na patin Lucy and stuff like that. Funny enough, he's like my first ever live action character crush name Edmund. Obviously, how sila ba tight traitor both bahagali, but I feel like as a kid, I would trade my siblings for candy. I would, but yeah, that was the one when I was kid. Yeah, agora both how many barak was how many husa nali. In character name, how relate or agora how was a both. But then I came across on YouTube Filme, The Incredibles, and I realized Violet, the older sister. I was like, yes, that's me. But the reason how Farenia relates to how I'm a first. Nia introvert, like how's introvert, like how goes behind
right, Violet is introvert.
And then Nia self-confidence issues. How was his self-confidence issues? How goes to compara niya ako in my social media. That's one of the reasons why Nia powered it, invisibility. And funny enough, if I could have a power, I want to be invisible. So but also like being the oldest. And then how about Disney? I just realized that character Ida Palitan that I can relate to, aside from Violet, was Merida husi brave.
The brave. Oh, I love Merida.
Yeah. And the reason was because like Merida being oldest, expectation maka'as. So Merida was hanesan. You have to be a queen. And then me being the oldest, always how halos-sala was, it's not right. Like my parents think that all of it halos-sala. Even though how fear kata it's normal kono o halos-sala, tama o aprende sila ne o sa idea paliba o ingala. Hansa maung both or being both expectation mo only o things are both life, o things are mature life, o ma things are to this and subject mo ni mga alis. So all of it halos-sala. And also another thing was because Merida doesn't get along well with my mom. In a sense, like she loves her mom. Her mom loves her. Hanesan's how am I? Like how am I supporta malo? But the thing that I'm never like get along sometimes is that I'm never near belief. And so for example, both how Hanemai, I'm never big feminist photo. But Hanemai is more like traditional and how more like modern. That's one of the things like how the young character how relational agora. Mostly Violet, but Merida in sense of like these circumstances.
All right. So the next question is historia nebe makala o realiza kata iha issue nebe importante kabote be si mundo ne matambasa.
Okay, it's a documentary. Ninarang Audrey and Daisy. Director of Bonnie Cohen or Jack Shank, whatever. Audrey and Daisy in a documentary kona-ba, sexual assault, abuse, like all of that. But basically, Audrey, like Madison for Tuahemo, got drunk, she abused niya, pues sila pinta ni ising, but sa naho tuti, sila sa photo sa video. Ni pila may uma, sila share the video ne ba, skola toma, emoto to bol niya feto, tara labari si Kikuan. Sila abuse ni sila, so ito labari ko tini. And then Daisy niya, yeah, documentary ne complete video, tama Daisy niya, ni story ni mau ni kolega sila rasi, abuse niya ni best friend. But she was 15, 16. Ni mau ni kolega sila 18 tahun baleting ka na. That's already like sito sound, you know, predator ka na. Ni best friend sila tiba uma, Daisy susuhe ya jelu larang ne. Desa ni pensara ni ba uma, ni mai marera. Anta lori ba doctor check evidencia lo. Tao ni mau hare telefone, ni mau makuliah ni mau ni kolega sila bolu polisikat. But the problem was my money to harass Daisy ne, tama penjara na. On top of that, ema siri tidari ne, bully Daisy, bully ni mine, sunu si ni uma to si tem sa halaysay. Tama diyan niya teto at, ni mabosok tem. Dokumento ne, halo tani sosa, even ni tani rai rasi ne so ore si kusang ne, vítima sira, ema hatete sira ni sira bosok. Sirkulia sa ema bosok. Especially vítima kono younger, o ema balu ka abuse hetang sa abuse, susi sira niya familia rasi. Ema la kwero na, ema diyan, how tani niya na laat, tidak mungkin ni halo sa nebo. One thing, you know, you have to think is that labar Kikuan, they're not gonna lie. I don't think Labar Kikuan and Bosok. Like Labar Kikuan is like the most purest and innocent people ever. And the fact that Emma Lafiere makes me so sad. And how notice Audrey and Daisy like how big of an issue. Vítima sexual assault barak la come forward. La mehate perian jane Emma assault. Obviously majority feto hototo heta assault. Any form of assault. Labi yamos vítima mane nebe la koi hatete. That's why because ita ni sociedade how realiza kata issue da nene both teves labi ita brush it over.
Right. The liu se wenghira ema nebe mak halo sexual abuse ne ema nebe bot ia power nebe maka'as. Example is politician o serviço ia environment igreja nia ema look up to you as a good person. Ema celebrane ato tia one halo sexual abuse, you know, like reputation. How niya kona ba dokumentariu mos? It called Social Dilemma. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but Social Dilemma nebe directed by Jeff Orlovsky. Kuliah kona ba oinsá social media niya afeta humanidade. Filme na tete kata lahi ema barak nebe maka aware ho existência social media ne ni impacto hit na moris. Like ema barak malah tene kata social media ne ema design ho di manipula ite ema ho di create addiction. Liu se algorithm sira ema platform sira usa bane. No ema barak malah lakon relação ho sira família sira tamba lahia komunikação ne maka saudável efetivo. Exemplo nessa wahir inangamang usa te social media então sira la preocupa te ho sir ne once something like that. No hanota idani han kolega ni moris like nya mos conta me how idang ulo wahira nya panyama sira heta introduce ba internet. Nya sentia nisang sira sempre ia komunikação wahira sa hanya mesa, you know. Mabi depois de nya pa nya ma heta te introduce ba social media ne nya sentia sa nya moris ne has been replaced by social media. Nya pa nya ma ema de serviço makaslos anto ba serviço filmé la kuliho nya once sira ho te preocupa ho social media. Like nya moris ne na kono ho argument let ho nya panyama depois de nya panyama usa social media. No idatang kuliah kona ba the addiction, I totally agree. Freaking TikTok is so addicting. How nonton TikTok habele gasta horas neng hitu. I don't know, like sira tahu spell yeah TikTok ne. Also at the same time filme ne hetan kritika barak lo susi nya penonton sira tamba lah to do like the good side of social media. Dokumentariu ne hatete kona ba desvantagem usa social media no isa. Mabe sira hatete kona ba benefício social media no isa. Obviously social media ne for beneficial ba ita ya moris wadiru ne. Mabe filme la hatete kona beda ne. So eman sa like critical ulu social media sira mosu imi hanuin kata halo inovação kona ba social media. Depois social media mosu ti maruka okay para usa social media. Like what do you want? You know? Ya feto ida nya comment ne. Dokumentariu la hatete kata oting para usa social media. Force or para social media. Nya sabe like raising awareness and educate nya viewers sira kata o sa experiência negativa sira buat nebe mak negativo social media ni semanghira o usa hot durasang nebe maka naru you became addicted to it and you cannot control yourself. Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I feel like this documentary halo ema open minded no comprende dia klutang kona pa sara objetivo si social media ne. And also this documentary founding how kata emerging service companhia social media they care more about the money instead of the people's life. Make me realize that problema social media ne it's a thing.
That's true. Like that's very evident. Like família barak ke sirlori sini serviço mai umane. Tema problema buat tira ke buat serviço niya husi ki serviço. La belle lori mai uma salai belle gangu like dynamic or like relação ho ni família. Use responsibly. Emototo iha dever to use technology or social media responsibly. Tama o hatene kata niya dia ko bara niya atmos iya hoto. Debe bele impacto laos odet mebe oni relação e maselo.
I feel like we need to like have an episode just focus about social media one time.
Então pergunta tu irmã, character nebe diferente los si o, mas bem inspira los o ou o cara sai nessa character.
Oh my god. Okay, how like here character specific nebe makabele name it. Tama razão tama. When hira how nonton filme Ruma like I get so inspired by the main character or like any character in the movie. Mabe hanung kaya knowing kata kawa karak saya ni sansira because I don't want to change who I am. Maske like I inspired by them but I don't want to become like that. Does that make sense? You know? So yeah. Like how how a unique individual na lahi amida mabela sa sang how no how much labela sa amida. But just to answer the question, I would say any documentary talk about the process of someone being famous. Dokumentariu sira example na sa dokumentariu sa artista sira I just want to experience what it feels like being famous. Sama-sama maroma kriya hane liang art like how gosta canta. Sama This is the message ba ini sira na ya. Imi ni beme liang dia mabe na canta. What are you doing with your life? Like canta, please. Please go get that bitch. Go get it.
Interessante los the fact that all look up real people. I look up to like fictional characters for some reason. I have so many, but emana irua na be hausente be nene los ne. When say Alan for our family and then Raven or Rachel Broad from Teen Titans. How karakter los siento they have the same personality, same aesthetic, but it's not because of the aesthetic how karakter. Like for me, it's more of like cine personality. I don't care. O halo I don't care. I don't know, maybe because how your anxiety, how your self-confidence issues. I want to be like the two of then they don't care. Like, kuliah atau? Not my problem. Like, ne oni urusan. Like, and then sira sassy law, sarcastic law. I need that. Like, how precisa atitude sa semiyang ne perhalo balance te hane life ina ne que full of worries. Sano yung barak los kono ba hane moris. Decisão ne be hal tan pinakira ni larang koto na mama sa sano na pati. And then another character, Evie O'Connell, you feel me, the mommy. I think she's so pretty, so smart. Everything about her is amazing.
Okay, the next question is very interesting. Karakter fiksional na ba style paling gaya li diri Hanoi?
The brats.
Oh my god. The brats.
How obsessed of Sydney style. Basically wearing crop tops. Sydney even mahar. Sydney diversity. Asian,
Exactly.
black, white, Latina. Like, see that out there. Like, Sydney ohatais nila define oniana. Go for it. Brats, Sydney style. I want to be them.
Yes, they represent a lot of races, and I like it. Also religion too. Oh, tienen que like before na 2020 correct salah. 2010 2009 there's a trend about brats like emo to hala makeup and some brats.
Yeah.
You only have one?
I have so many, but I'm just gonna say one. I have
Okay.
so many.
I have
I'm just gonna say
so
one.
many.
Say all of it.
My first one, Danny Phantom from the episodiu. Danny Phantom mas termasuk yang mag-influensa ako maka'as no convince ako at pinta na fuksay babo.
Oh yeah.
Tama Danny Phantom yung fukang babo. Whoever created that cartoon, that character,
Yeah.
genius. He's really cool.
Yeah.
And Ichigo Kurosaki from the Bleach.
I love
Nila dung gawi that. Yung style was invited, but he's really cool. The one of the characters that I like the most when it comes to style from the Bleach, Byakuya. Salah satu Soul Reaper captain, memang yung style lah nasa Soul Reaper sa silk maybe a little bit swag. Even if you nonton ten anime Bleach, you know what I mean. He is really cool.
Yeah,
And
he is.
this is my most favorite of all anime character style, One Piece.
Yeah.
How nota kata One Piece ni style ni agora trend like New York street style during summer. Like Nami and Nico, sila hatais is be bra, kotang jeans naru aperta.
Yeah.
Or like guys like Luffy hatais is be a shirt, like Miang a little bit shirtless but short. Agora trend lo certain style is very trend. Like Nami is so sexy, like the sexiest female character in anime ever. That's my favorite.
Pergunta ti mai, história ne be relaciona ou sente basic plus o tama sa?
The story that I relate the most, again, I don't have any specific movie to name. My how Filme display a lot of representations of me being a minority. That's the one that I relate the most.
I like that. I like the answer.
How about you?
For me, it was Toy Story 3. Every time how nondong how sempre tanis. But I say 2010, especially pas how tama na yung semana. Now the reason how relate to the most it's because parte da Andy leaving. Basically niya leave Woody, Buzz, niya Toy Story ni pasa paliba ni Marcelo. It's so sad because how orang niya like as a Narnia, specifically Narnia, they holds a big part with how ni childhood. So like the fact that how things are husi kita ne, no, ba mature, ba boto na, oh, ba the next level like of my life. Like, I don't want to leave that. But it's just nostalgic. The fact that I don't want to grow up. Razang kalau ko grow up, lost my responsibility, but because I have to leave everything behind and I don't want
The memories.
Yeah.
When hira ita sa kikuang, ita karar sa bot lais adulto, tapi agora depois de adulto hakar sa kikuang. I think I would relate to that too.
Anyways.
The next question is, filme ou dokumentariu ou shows ne beret makofiar ihe impacto ne beba botlos ba ihe geração ou sociedade ide agora ne?
Oh wow, Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy, ini sila komentone show ne via Disney by creator Steve Blackman. Iconic. Niya based on comic book. Ora halo hari pai sila nontong Umbrella Academy hanapay naman sa agora pay. Hanapay la bolo Umbrella Academy hanapay bolos number 5. Tao lang ba?
Number 5.
Number 5. Same natin na character ni Nara. Basically, like the story ni labarik sa moris ya loron dere. Maybe sira moris ya rai o selo. Então katua sriku ne ni ba trabo rai ni ya adopto tu labarik sa nebe inama karpo basira. Try to say superhero para save the world. Like I feel like it's so impactful tama sa. First story ni diversity ni maka'as. Like you know diversity race but also diversity in terms of sexuality. 2 of them are gay. Number 4, Klaus Vanya, number 7. And then mental health hotu. Diego, stutter. He's stuttering. Number 5, most trauma. All of them actually have trauma. Parenting hotu. I think season 1 ni बहुत importante na parenting. Like, ni paling ka hakek sira mainnya los taman niya ka domi sira niya kara adopta sira taman sira na sa proyekto naman niya. Antao sira toto iya issue ho sa ni pai. Sira both may sira pahay malo sira la komunikasan niya. And then Luther has daddy issues. Luther pa number 1 ni the both. Ni defend ni pai even though ni pai abuse of sira. Sira cover but barang and then racism, cold, LGBT community iya tempo antigo sa niya. Even though ni say tardi like ni say the
Yeah.
Iyan bahaw Gen Z but also alpha generation ma both for story nito. Hopefully nivel impact ko to labalik sila agora. And another one, Shrek. I feel like Shrek is like defined movie norms. Like niya makes fun of Disney. I heard the story the creator Shrek niya na Disney chuta sa kisira husige Disney niya proyekto. Antama sila halo Shrek niya. Parody de different. Fiona, she's not like any other of the princess. Niya atene salva niya atene kung fu, niya badass, nila kanta mamay, ang sabi Disney princess na Shrek, the main character na bela was bonito. And then Fiona hadomi niya tama niya ang tama niya appearance. So like I really like that, like how Shrek impacting Italian generation. Proud to Italian physical appearance. How about you, Aldo?
How niya? Power Rangers and Barbie.
Oh, yeah!
Ay, how no yung filme ruwan based by ita timor sira. Like ita nisarasang wana ita kikuan Power Rangers hotang Barbie is filme na ka influensia ita maka'as tamba. Ay masira may parabola like kalabari kikuan sa domingo by baturi be ohin. Amuto grupo depois nonton Power Rangers or Barbie or anime balance. Yeah. But like the thing is like when hira hono kono ba probability of Power Rangers is not very inclusive. Yung influencer duni ite makas, tema tamari magori ta bot ema barak hono inde berry ba favorite. No Power Rangers ba you know? Maybe my how pessoal, filme sirneve maka kulia kona-ba topic controversial. Religião, races, sexual orientations, mental health, ema sirneve disabilidade. What siras ne? Nemak my how nisang foi impacto makaso ba ite na geração no ite necessidade em geral. Tama, husi filme sira naman hanesang orang matang ida no loco oportunidade ba ite geração phone sira hori halo mudança ya futuro.
You know, like it's so interesting. Like either stereotype them Barbie is specifically for ba feto, and then Power Rangers specifically ba mane. I know Barbie like your target audience is feto, but a lot of the story, yes, I'm like mane barak to nonton Barbie like they enjoy it. Adultos sila no rin no ne feto niya, ne mane niya. Even though like story ne beneficio ba hoto to how agora how nonton Barbie hanali sila fenera kanoto siya. Beneficio ba feto mane hoto ba? Why don't Italian feto ne?
That is why. Yeah, that is why. Kasi ito sa ini-influence ito makasas tama ho. Yeah. So sidara niya hanurin ni bimaka. Hada dekata gidane focus pa genre tertentu. Ito na sa sambar ka agora mabar ke timor makano yan sanay. Which is like influence la dunia, you know? But it actually entertain our childhood. We grow up with that stuff.
Pergunta pa mai. Historia sira hanesan movie, show, documentary. Debe offer importante tebes ba ima patene. So tama sa.
Okay, especially by Timor one sira. Like again, I don't have any specific movie to say. Tamba ite Timor quasi, you know, like ita bought my nontong Indonesian movie a lot. No ita influence makasus Indonesian cinematically who's Indonesia. No how same thing as ita Timor tangi nontong filme nebe mak more diverse, you know. Bela aumenta tinha conhecimento, la os atu entertain ita ang. How do we say what's the word? Like thought provoking.
Yeah.
Like halo ita sa hanoi, oh okay, this is a real thing. Thought provoking ita naman ita tenki nontong. No tama ita na importante los pa Niliw ite Timor problema bar kalimar. Quasi ema hotutu nonton sinetron, which in my opinion seems ridiculous. Episodio itu beribu-ribu ang. Ita mat tingki berhati-hati oinsá at nonton filme serne, nonton filme nebe makabela mente tinha conhecimento. Oinsá
How niya Joker. Maybe how dia sa tang escola psychology. Joker character nebe ke interessante tebe. He's very mysterious. Only background story nebe Joker ya comic book ida Killing Joke. Nemo often happen ko naman background story maybe sila ko para because ni creator na cara Joker na has a mystery. De para halon niya itatawag. Importante yung matore na sente mabarak no to na Joker. But say even if sila no to please watch. First of all, how la justifica say na Joker halo. Joker is a bad character. Niya villain. How la defend niya. Mabe importante tebes ohare how eman nian diyan sini influensia niya. Joker ni filme ne bot ruwa be how foti maka'as ni usi filme ne mental health ho failed system. He's not mentally well, but also niya trauma ho niya be hamnasa ni sintomas ni hamnasa ni. Kalau niya awkward situation kan ni hamnasa. Usi tanong to si pertama kan ni bakuliah ho do therapist ne. Di therapist ne dia ami alhatenta orang sa tamay moro tam level operasi bara kona tamba governo la kona osang may ami. That already shows like how failed the system is. How ito things importante sa emas na be mental health. Even now, eman be mental health, eman be mental disability ita bolo bula. Importante tebes usa con laws and also like be aware kono mabot na ta. Dia nila ne so itan ta nila normal. That's the thing with Joker ni situation. Bot ne how heroes mo ne tama sistema ne. Dito sound sila kiyak tena governo la foto na osang at hadia sistema hadia eman be ya mental health and all of that. What acontece laos ita na mundo realidade bot na acontece bekas. Eman be rico, eman be família niya sila defende malo, eman be vítima na fate.
But actually, I think he's the best villain of all time.
He is the best villain. Like I agree with that. Like
it's so sad that like what's the character Heath Ledger, right? Like the best actor that played Joker character, in my opinion. Also, he died because of mental health, right? I'm not sure, but senti kona-ba droga. So, pergunta ikut sendiri mak, o senti influensia cinema niang ni bot hamisa los bo.
Bot tebes. Bot perbatang sa like asoy I think ema bela na Hanoi na botan sa how Aldo. For example, so how kuliah Narnia. Dudu how to say actress nita. So Narnia, yes, and then laos ne. Actually, how aprende inglés ne? Husi nontong. Tama how both in Nova Zelândia. How basically na lima mamay. Kamay ne tao aprende fatetu. Tao lakon ti inglés. May be hanipay hanamay loron tayo na filme inglés ne. Usi na nema how lahal bo inglés and then back to both los laos that bahaw ni ang laos that hani knowledge. Maybe also like how niya relationship po hani family. Tama how ni may hanipay sila ko na every week na hanipay sila hola filme fong Miami. Every week ang body video shop hanipay hili filme da lori may amin non tamutu. It's the family bond and also like nostalgia na be how simusi hamutu kanaling hanipay hanamay like that's why impact to both debes na. Yeah. How about you, Aldo?
How hanesan ho cinema influence how makasos like growing up how na mangarin sila like nonton le TV para close when hira ami sigi kuang maybe how if I be honest with you how la do heta influence makas ba western cinema how heta influence makas ba Indonesian cinema tamba hanamang in Indonesia how contenti the fact that like when hira ami kik ami nonton cinema bara kona-ba Indonesia even though how na mangarin sila we fully Timorese citizens but we cannot deny the fact that we still have Indonesian blood in ourselves. When hira like ami nonton fisirne asa ami na fating aprende na manteng ami identidade kultural sa Indonesia. Yeah. Like we learn a lot through movies. Tamba how na maong moris Indonesia, ami buat Indonesia depois hanesan wa hati na lima depois ami pindah mai timor. So ami lakon tiap kultura Indonesia include mga filme sira na sa ajuda ami na fating manteng ami identidade kultural at lahat niya being as like half Indonesian. So it does influence me a lot.
Oh, that's so pretty. That's so beautiful. It reminds me how nang kona-ba sabi. Ema Amerikano sila imigrantes sa may kono sila ba Amerika ka sila barak lakon ti sa kultura to.
Right.
Tama sa nonto filme garona musika sila preserva sa kultura na. Tama sinama kar sila aprende inglés for sila belhetang vida dia kiha Amerika. Mabeka at the same time sila lakon sa kultura.
I have the same thing as well, like experience kona-ba cinema serena zero sa aprende inglés. How aprende inglés tama nonton movie hotang rona musika. Wan hira aprende inglés sa like escola ka til kurso rumang aprende niya grammar serena mabe orang até não certo curia inglês. When hero nonton filme serene, aprende serene de influência tamba. Será mandou na área sente when hero maite America. Like daily conversation é bem mohalo. É mais serene hanesan ho filme serene mo curia né. It's not a waste of time at ter curso sira. Maybe like it helps with writing, I think. But like when hira halo komunikasyon, like movie, how music, it's the one. Also one more thing, hasenda na Nadia hanoing me mekanisang. Ita more si fating lima kikuan. Timor-Leste is a small island. No, all I get exposed a lot. Sana acontece here I liur sira na ba. You know, you don't get exposed that much. Tama movie cinema minonto, it makes you more open-minded. Tama much all experiential in a real life.
Yeah.
But at least like kikuan hero exposed a lot how filmes nasan sir as you all more open-minded and aprende buat barak. When hira ami buat mai like we became so open-minded. We both are open-minded person. So it does influence us a lot.
Sometimes I wonder like see how la nontong Glee. I feel like I would be so homophobic. I think that because I grew up in an environment where like people are not like sila directly homophobic, but they are inherently homophobic. You know,
Right.
se how makasa la nonton Glee husi tinang kikiras, I wouldn't be there. And I remember one family member who please labela tu ba one ali sir kiko masih like other cousins that younger than how. Dia labela tu tam sira comprende o sira both me sira gay hoto. And I was like, and I was like, how things are not subat tama. How tak sira emane heta sira emane dia fali halo fali hanya sira cousins ga ali sira gay fali. Gay doesn't work like that. Dia lah corona me. One emane malasuk gay gitu. So not langsung how gay gitu.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Aldo, it's important. Importante tema is ita nonton buat siransa as out of cinema ita used to. Parhori ita bele kakutak nakloken tuang katama. The world doesn't revolve around us. Like mundo ne laos ita det. Iya ema barak nebe kultura la nesa ita ema barak ne tradisal la nesa ita. Ita tesis studio to sir la nesa ita respeto sirnya ne. Like that kind of thing. So like importante tema.
Yeah, true. Because like life is more than just what we experience in Timor. Ya buat barco sendiri penting hatian ya sama konteks mundo nih. Oh my god, I really like today's episode. I swear to God.
I'm gonna summarize like how Aldo I'm gonna finish na mi gosta. Hopefully usi idane imbelhare sama finish na relata ba mi personalidade. No imbelhare agrasik de cos susara tatam pergunta sarne. Even though I'm friends with barakam la duha tenema. So hopefully like usi idane I'm learn more. I think I learned a lot about Aldo, like how when say what barak usi Aldo, and hopefully the same thing. He just said that the same. No, ami sugere ini atuba check description ya opos net interesse filme ruma anime or TV show nebe onya mitemi. Imi gosta, but nonton please, nonton.
Yeah.
So Aldo, do you wanna plug in itania social media?
Anyways, obrigado para colega Filme Rona namanya podcast nih, but also don't forget to follow Aminia Instagram @Dadalia podcast. That's our Instagram names. Namos our individual Instagrams hanya @avandalink, no Nadia
Nadia heart you.
We're gonna put the link down below. So colega sera bele follow up for aminia kontiru sera no episode sera no aviso no bema ambi anuncio ya amni Instagram kon ba amni podcast ne na ba. And also label halua to subscribe no like amni video ne. How Nadia hakara close colega sa tu Dadalia ami for komentariu podcast dane. Pergunta ne bema ke mi iha karik ambela ajuda resposta no ita bele halo diskusan rumah ya episode tirmai.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Hatang na pergunta sa nawayam na roh sumalo na imbel hatang yokos. Idan meme mi akaratang hatang pues ita katalo filmi balo ita gosta kare. Also just filmi balo ba amin meme sila konto. So yeah. That's
the end of this podcast. How Nadia content this is the most fun episode. Even though we only have 2 episodes so far. I enjoy this. Nadia how Latino, but like I believe we both enjoy this so much. Na ami espera kata kolega sira enjoy as much as we do. No, kita luar tu na fating Rona namanya podcast ya next episode. Bye.